Shalom. Allah start off by giving praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakak Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Citations to those for that's pushing this truth across four corners of the earth in all fair truth and sincerity. This Amawan Abad back again us sitting. That's what I'm going to about this article is kind of a couple weeks old, but still relevant. That's what I'm going to about this article I ran to on Market Watch, and it says Elon Musk compares his company's work to that of G-Bus, which is the real name of the Lord Yahushua. Excuse me, the real name of the Lord Yahushua in the Hebrew. So I'm getting into it. In an interview on Monday, the billionaire, the billionaire said his Neuralink brain implant company is progressing in its development of G-Bus like technologies. So keep on going on, read some of this article. I'm not gonna read all of it. Elon Musk on Monday compared to the work of his startups, the brain chip company Neuralink, to that of G-Bus Christ, Yahushua Mashiach. Musk, speaking virtual at the Samsung International Smart Mobility Summit in Tel Aviv, was asked to describe an exciting breakthrough technology that he's working on and that people aren't talking about enough. After touting the potential of SpaceX rocket technology, Musk pivot to describing Neuralink's work. It has enabled people who have completely lost their brain connection to speak again, and we believe it will enable people to walk again. Musk said of Neuralink's brain chip interface. So I'm going to read some more of this. So I'm going to go to this part right here. On Monday, Musk said Neuralink expects to give a patient its blind sight implant for the first time by the end of this year. In January, Musk has said that Neuralink was waiting for regulatory approval to implant the BCI meant to restore patients' vision. It's unclear whether approval has been granted. Musk said that blind sight could, over time, not only bring back patients' sight, but also give them perhaps superhuman vision. In the past, he's talked about giving people superpowers. Once Neuralink's technology is refined, Neuralink wants to put BCI in an otherwise healthy person by the end of the decade. The company's president, co-founder, DJ CEO, whatever, said last year. It says restoring control of people who are tetraplegics. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Trying to see what that pronouncing that. Oh, excuse me. Slakia. Give me a minute. See something. Telepathics. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying that right. It's not. Don't give me the wrong way.
Tetraplegia.
So it's tetraplegics. So who are tetraplegics and restoring sight, I think, are pretty big deals. Musk said on Monday at the conference, adding, they're sort of what I might call G-bus level technologies. So like I say, this Neuralink, this brain chip, like I say, that Musk want, have to where, could put in people where, they could, receive their sight back, and say give them superhuman powers and, could see better, and so forth. So, but this all, like I say, this all is gonna lead up to the, the chip, which is the mark of the beast. That they're gonna push on, society. People like, look, this chip, take this chip, it can help with your sight, put in your brain, you're not gonna be able to, and then like I said, eventually, when this dollar collapse, they're gonna, push out the chip, which is the mark of the beast, for you to buy and sell, and like I say, they're gonna try to, right now, they are making this like it's a cool thing, or, a thing where people make it, not have people in the mindset like, this is a thing that is, is the next big thing, and the next trending thing that you should do. This is gonna be the future. You won't have to use, your keys to start up your car, or to access your car or house and this and that. You can just use the chip that's in your brain on your right hand, your forehead, in your forehead on your right hand, right? Like the scriptures say, you gotta take that mark, in your forehead, your right head, which that's coming. Elon Musk and these wicked Edomite doubles, these elites, these bankers, they're gonna push it, man. And it's gonna take a lot of people by surprise once they, it comes upon them, and that's what's ahead. That's coming, to every, workplace, business, it's coming. You're not gonna be able to buy and sell. You're not gonna be able to work at your business or place. You're not gonna be able to get access even into the building unless you take that chip, which is the mark of the beast. That's gonna be what it is, man. They're gonna have that to where, hey, you gotta have it, to function in this world, in this so-called white man Esau in my world, this society. That's what's ahead, man. And you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna, take it because of this. This guy took the chip, he can see now, and this and that. They're gonna make it, they're gonna make it cool. They're gonna make it cool for you to take it, or something that this is this is what it is. Trend, like I said, they're gonna make it trendy, make it not look as bad. But the men of the Lord, the apostles, and the elders, and Berg Red Millstone are telling you, first and foremost, you so-called Negro, Latino natives, which are the Israelites, do not take the chip. You take the chip, which is the mark of the beast, the Lord Yahushua gonna destroy you. That's in the scriptures. That's Revelation 14 chapter, right? Which I get that, but I'm going to the scriptures about this right here. But they're gonna use this, to make it seem, cool and stuff, But if you I say, if I say that, you're gonna have Israelites 2/3 they're gonna take it anyway, right? But if you're of the elect, Lord Yahushua is not gonna have the elect, excuse me, Lord Yahushua not gonna have the elect to, get into getting that chip. They're not gonna give in to it. They're not gonna give in to taking that chip, which is the RFID, which is they're not gonna give in to taking that chip, which is the mark of the beast. Hopefully they don't probably rush your number, because Lord Yahushua gonna take care of his debt. Yeah, you lose your job, whatever, you lose your house, can't whatever, right? You're gonna get pushed out of the system, out of this world. If you don't take that chip, or you get put in a concentration camp, or whatever. But Loyal Shah's gonna look after his elect. The elect gonna be okay. Those that really trust and believe in Loyal Yahweh Bash, Yahweh Shah, it's gonna take it. It's gonna be okay. Those that are the elect number gonna be okay. Now, if you ain't know the elect number, then you're gonna take that chip. You're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna give in. You're gonna give in to taking that the chip, which is the mark of the beast. But I'm gonna get some scriptures to back this up. This Revelation 13:14. Revelation means to reveal, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. So that's what they gonna do. So they're gonna deceive a lot of people by these miracles of this the chip. Receiving eyesight. People make people walk. That what these the Edomite doubles, Elon Musk, these so-called white people, red Edomite doubles is gonna do. And people gonna see, be like, oh my gosh, that's what's gonna get a lot of people to take it. And it's like I said, this the image, right? The image of the beast. This beast system, man. This so-called white man, East Sodomites, system, man. People going, hey, they're gonna take it, man. They're gonna have people that's gonna take the chip, which is the mark of the beast. That these Edomite doubles gonna push on people, man. And it's gonna be the new way of functioning into this society and this system, that you're gonna have that chip to function in this society system, if you want to continue to buy and sell this or that. So that's what's coming. But go to the next verse, Revelation 13:15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So you're gonna have it's like I say, you're gonna have those that not gonna take that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, the chip, which is the mark of the beast, right? And those that don't comply and take it, you're gonna be killed. Gonna be killed for like I say, in their belief. Those that believe in Lord Yahushua, the elect, because you're gonna have those that that number is gonna die for, that's gonna die with that number, but not all though, right? And those that those that don't take it, but they don't have the name of Lord Yahushua, that's not of, they call them Jeebus, it's not gonna help them. They're gonna get killed off anyway, because they're not of that number, but those that of that numbers, like I say, it's just of those scriptures. It gotta play out. If you die believing Lord Yahushua and not taking that chip, which is the mark of the beast, it just your lot. But you're gonna have men of the Lord, apostles and elders, brother Great Millstone, that's not gonna die. Lord Yahushua is not gonna let that happen. You're gonna have men that's gonna not taste of death until Lord Yahushua returns. But those that die in the faith in Lord Yahushua, they kept their faith, and that's of their elect number gonna be raised up with Lord Yahushua when Lord Yahushua returns, and with those that remain. Those that remain, until Lord Yahushua returns, the elect of Israelites. But go from there. Revelation 13:16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So that's what's coming. That's what's gonna happen. So like I say, these people that's running this world, that's running this system, let's say these elite bankers, the so-called white people, red Edomite doubles, they're gonna have you mandatory to take that chip, which is the mark of the beast. It's not the internet, it's not your phone, it's not whatever the other Israelite camps are saying. The chip is the mark of the beast. You know, so you're gonna have to take it, you know, for your to put in your forehead or your right hand. You know, so that's gonna come about. So you're gonna have to take it. You know, so a lot of people get caught off guard by it too, or you know, taken by like, oh man, really gotta take this to buy and sell or whatever. Once this financial system collapse, you know. But go for now. Once this financial system right now, this current one, you know, with the money, paper dollar, and debit card, you know, they're gonna be done away with. Revelation 13:17. Wait a minute, I'm gonna go back. So hold up. Go to Revelation 13:16. Go to the blue letter. So the word right there, mark, is karabma. So I'm gonna play it.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
So karabma. So it says a stamp and printed mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of Antichrist. And so, like, you know, there's many Antichrists, right? Not just one. But you know, these Edomite doubles, right? You know, that's gonna push it. You know, the chip, you know, for you to have. You know, you're gonna have those that gonna take it, right? I sent Elon Musk, you know, that Neuralink and so forth, right? You know, it's gonna push it on the people. And you're gonna have those that are gonna take it. You know, you're gonna have these influencers, you know, these streamers or whatever. They, you know, they might tell them to push it and make it seem like it's okay to, you know, make it okay for younger audience to take it. So that's what's coming. And the mark brand upon a horse. So it's something like, you know, a brand is gonna brand you. So you gonna, those that take that chip, which is the mark of the beast, you gonna be brand. You know you gonna be of the Edomites. You know like cattle, right? You know, and you brand something. You know, brand that cattle like, you know, it's on you. That's yours, right? You know, so that's what the Edomites gonna do. Hey, you take that chip, which is the mark of the beast. You giving yourself completely over to these wicked Edomite doubles, man. To Satan, Shaitan. You know, I say a lot of people gonna be destroyed when Lord Yahshua returns, because you gave him to the, you know, that mark, which is the, like I said, the chip. You know, is the mark of the beast. But I'll go from there. Let's see. Revelation 13:17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not gonna be able to buy and sell unless you got that chip, which is the mark of the beast. You know, so you know that's what's coming, man. That's what's ahead. And I said the name of the beast and the number of his name. Reading on Revelation 13:18. Here's wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. You know, so 666. So you know, Kai Stigma. You know, so you know, say, let's say you're gonna have to have that. You know, you're gonna have to have, you know, that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, for you to buy and sell, man, and take that. You know, you're gonna have those that gonna take it, you know, cause they're gonna put their trust in that, you know, in the so-called white man Esau and my doubles, you know, and they're gonna trust the Lord Yahweh Shai. But like, it's only for the elect that's gonna really, I say, you're gonna fully trust the Lord Yahweh Shai no matter what, when that comes about, when that's become mandatory. When the chip becomes mandatory, you know, for you to, you know, take to buy and sell to function in this society, man. So, let me see. So I didn't want to make this too long. Let me see. Oh yeah, matter of fact, yeah. Before I end this, yeah, I'm gonna get Revelation 14 and I want to say it's I think it's Yeah. So it's Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Revelation 14:10. The saints shall drink of the wine of wrath of the Most High, which is poured out with mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. So that's what's going to happen. Those that take that chip, which is the mark of the beast, the Lord Yahushua going to turn. He's going to destroy you. He's going to destroy you with those laser beams, the chariots, so-called UFO. And ultimately, the thermonuclear missiles that are going to come raining down on America, Babylon the Great. So with that, I didn't want to make this too long. I hope this was edifying. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this right here. Read this on and off. Revelation 14:11. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiving the mark of his name. So like I said, that second death, by that fire of the thermonuclear missiles, right? That's gonna burn up everything here in America, burn up everything, everybody that's not right, here in America, Babylon the Great. Only the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites is gonna escape that second death. So with that, again, so hope this was edifying. I didn't want to make this too long. So again, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash, to the apostle elders, to the Sisakin brothers, to the Fiakwaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith, and Yahushua keep fighting with that. I say shalom.